Hello everybody and welcome back to another Space Engineers update video or future content announcement. I don't know what to call these. I did one not too long ago discussing some of the AI updates that were happening and you guys seem to like it, so there's been a couple of new updates. There was a update they released quite a while ago. And then I've done another little bit of an update that I've seen just yesterday. So I thought I might make a video on it. For those waiting for my 1,000 special video, it's going to take a little bit longer, so yeah, it'll come. But anyway, let's get straight on to today's video. Right, so a little bit ago, the beautiful people at Space Engineers, or Keen Software House, decided to give us a video which tells us pretty much nothing. You can see there's always this block, and whenever something happens, the block turns blue, and something happens and it turns blue, and things spin, and when things spin, things turn blue. So what is that block? When something gets magnetized, it goes blue. When the hydrogen moves from one tank to the other, it turns blue. When the connector connects, it turns blue. When the railgun rises, no, when the block gets destroyed, it turns blue. Now, this is a very cool video, by the way. And when someone sits in a seat, it turns blue. So, what is this video? Well, so my guess before I found out was, obviously, there was an input, and you can tell by these wires that something is happening, right? So this is obviously telling this piston to extend. When this piston extends, it obviously gets to a certain height and triggers the block to activate, which then starts the next thing. And this one, it seems like when the part gets damaged enough, it activates it. So when it takes enough damage, I'm guessing. This one says to me that when an inventory gets full enough, it will activate, which is very cool. This one, I would say, once a part is rotated, so when it gets to a certain angle, it activates, which again is also insane if you can control that rotation. This one's quite simple. When something gets magnetized onto a platform, it turns blue. I like this one. So this tank is set to stockpile, and this one's obviously just left. So what's happening is it's emptying the tank. And when the tank gets to a certain level, or maybe full, I don't know, it turns blue and starts this next piston. And so on and so forth. When the connector gets connected, like I said in the video, does all that things. It's a very cool cinematic railgun. I like this. Fire! So when a block gets destroyed or damaged again, maybe. And then this one is interesting, because this one, I'm guessing it's not a sensor. I'm guessing it's when he actually gets into the seat, it activates. Meaning this can be, yeah, as soon as he gets in the seat, it activates. Which is really cool for one main purpose. If you could get into a seat and it activates, like, imagine you have like a custom ship, like a large grid ship with small grid parts, and it's all folded out, and you sit in a seat and everything just closes up without you having to press a button. That'd be cool. But anyway, that was they called Need to Create, like never before, a Ruby Goldberg machine. And for those who don't know, one of those machines is essentially When something happens, something else happens. So each time something happens, there's a resulting thing that happens which causes something else to happen. Basically, like a nightmare. But yeah, that's that little bit. And then just the other day, they gave us this screenshot. Now, what do you see in this screenshot right here? Well, to me, I see the new block, which is called the event controller, which just sounds awesome. It's like an upgraded sensor. And it looks like, yeah, it can, I'm guessing all of these are things that can get detected, and you can see there's a lot of things because this is only a little bit on a big bar. So angle changes, blocks added or removed, which is interesting. Block integrity, cargo filled percentages, cockpit occupied, that's a cool one. Connector connected, door open, so when a door opens something can happen. When a gas tank's filled, so a hydrogen or oxygen tank. When a landing gear's connected, a piston's position, and an altitude. And then you also have conditions here equal to or higher than, and an altitude. And this obviously shows here, so we have the event, which is the altitude, the condition, which is equal to or greater than, that's what that symbol means. The threshold, so 4,523 meters. Input, I'm not sure what that one means. And output is obviously action 1 slot, so it must be the same as having whatever those things are called. Well, an action slot, I guess. So when some now that's interesting, because that means when you have an I don't know. So the input, I guess, starts at 0 meters, and when something gets to 4,523, an action happens. Now that could be really cool for something like a missile. Like, imagine if you had a missile on the base, you could fire it up. It goes straight up, and as soon as it detects at a certain altitude, it then I don't know, it locks onto an enemy or locks onto a target, so it turns and then it kills.
I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all.
Boss, you killed a child.
You can now tell how full your cargo is. So you could have some kind of display or something telling you how much cargo you have, which is cool. Same with tanks. Door opened, which is always interesting. A lot of this is just very handy things that we don't have in the game at the moment. Because really, the only way to detect if something is there or if something's happening is a sensor. And the sensor can only detect objects. It can't detect what's happening in the grid. It can't detect cargo. It can't detect like if a door's open or closed. Unless you have a sensor directly in that sort of field where the doors actually close onto. But that's just stupid. So the fact that this can do this is pretty cool. And I'm guessing all of this can, so things like doors open or doors closed, I'm guessing you can do this in groups. Right? Like, I'm guessing, so if we had something like an airtight hangar door, like a door on the front of your base or a door on a ship, and you have like 10 or 20 or so, I'm guessing you can group them all together, and if one of them's open, then, you know. But I don't know. What do you think about this upcoming update? It says it's coming soon. That's all I got from this one. It says monitors various blocks, triggers actions automatically, and the event controller. So yeah, what do you think about this update? Leave your opinion in the description down below. And yeah, that's everything for today. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!